Hello friends and welcome WorldDiscoveryAi. So, friends, we first know that not only in our country, America, but also all over the world, if a black cat crosses in front of you, it's considered a bad omen. If your eye starts twitching, it's said something good or bad is going to happen. Today's strange story is somewhat like that. This story is about a mummy that is years old, discovered 100 years ago. However, now this mummy is considered cursed. But why? In Egypt, 226 on November 1922, a man named Howard Carter was digging at a site with his team. This place is known as the Valley of the Kings, where many Egyptian kings are buried. During the excavation, Howard found something that left him astonished. It was a mummy, 13,000 years old, found in a small room. If a mummy were to come out of your room, what would your reaction be? This mummy belonged to an Egyptian king named King Tutankhamun, also known as King Tut. He died at the age of only 19. In this room, there were also chariots, weapons, and other valuable items. Thousands of years ago, in Egypt, kings and wealthy people used to make arrangements to preserve their bodies before dying, which we now call mummification. They believed that if their bodies remained intact after death, their souls would also remain intact. This was a very expensive process. The discovery of this mummy spread worldwide and became huge news, making Howard Carter famous globally. But from here, a strange story about the mummy began to emerge, which will astonish you. On the day King Tut's body was discovered, Howard's pet canary, kept in a cage in his room, was eaten by a cobra. Although this was strange, it was not the only odd event. The radiologist who x-rayed King Tut's mummy fell and died 3 days later. Another significant event involved Lord Carnarvon, who financed the expedition to find the mummy. Just a few months later, he died mysteriously from a mosquito bite that became infected. It is said that at the moment of his death, all the lights in his house went off. Following this, another strange incident happened. An American businessman visited the mummy and fell severely ill a few days later, eventually dying from pneumonia. People started saying that the mummy was cursed. When Egyptian kings' mummies were made, they were kept in rooms where sorcerers performed black magic to protect them from anyone trying to disturb them. The stories about these mummies grew as more people died, leading to the belief that whoever went near the mummy would either die or face great harm. After the deaths of 2 people, these stories became even more famous. People continued to die, including members of the team that found the mummy. One team member, Richard Bethel, was murdered, and the culprit was never found. However, not everyone who saw the mummy died. Howard Carter, who discovered the mummy, remained alive. Among the team of people who found the mummy, only a few died. This indicates that it wasn't a curse or magic, but perhaps just coincidence. Nevertheless, King Tut's mummy became known worldwide as cursed, and many still believe it today.